Indie developer Phil Fish cancels Fez 2 after telling a journalist to kill himself. You know what to do in the comments below, but first, my opinion. I'm Tarmack and this is Feature Creep. Phil Fish is no stranger to controversy. He's the creator of a game called Fez, which was released on Xbox Live Arcade first, and Windows followed shortly after that. By shortly, I mean about a year. Fez is a 2D platformer with this neat little quirk that allows you to explore the areas in 3D by rotating your perspective by 90 degrees. It's a clever design and allowed Phil to keep the indie graphics style but still do something pretty new. Fish, unfortunately, is best known for speaking his mind, often going far enough as to create internet firestorms around his comments. For example, during a QA session, a Japanese game developer made a comment in question about how a lot of indie games seem inspired by old Japanese games. He asked what Fish thought about modern Japanese games. Phil launched into a tirade that began with the phrase, "Your games just suck." Now, you have to give a person credit for not being afraid to be honest, although it was a Japanese developer who asked the question, so one can understand how the dev might have felt a little bit targeted by the answer. It's also worth considering that since this and several other online occurrences, Phil has been the target of some pretty wicked electronic hate. Fast forward to the present. Marcus Beer on the Game Trailers Invisible Walls podcast slammed both Phil Fish and Jonathan Blow, or Blowfish as he called the two of them together, for refusing to comment on Microsoft allowing indie devs to self-publish on the Xbox One. Marcus had a few other things to say which were quite amusing if you enjoy vitriol, which I do. Link is in the description below to the podcast. The aftermath was almost as if Marcus had taken Phil's favorite toy away and broke it in front of him. Fish erupted on Twitter with such loving gems as middle-aged parasite and compare your life to mine and then kill yourself. He demanded a public apology from Game Trailers, and when Twitter reacted as expected by calling his hypocrisy, claimed his right to fight back as a defense. The back and forth continued for a while when abruptly Phil cancelled Fez 2, said goodbye, and later set his Twitter account to protected. Luckily, the internet never forgets and screenshots of everything are easily available. It's the game industry equivalent of Britney Spears shaving her head. Now, I don't really have an opinion on Fez. It's clever but not magical. I didn't buy it, didn't play it. The footage here was recorded by a friend for me. I do, however, have an opinion on game development. There are basic rules of engagement when it comes to any kind of professional development. You can take people apart, but you have to be able to justify what you say and provide evidence for why you say it. Marcus Beers did this, resorting to telling someone to commit suicide, throwing F-bombs around like you're in junior high and just learned how, and rage quitting your job because some people don't like you. Well, let's just say that all it does is make you look like a child, because that's how children act. Anyone who's played a MOBA will back me up on this. Phil, you had good success, but like Marcus said, you're in the public eye now. You cannot keep doing what you're doing and expect the success to continue. So, let me know what you think about this issue in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any videos. That's all I have to say. Tarmack out.